That's to Lisa McGinn.
Okay,
we don't know
so it's Tuesday, January 6th, City of Lake Elmo City Council meeting. I'm going to call the meeting to order. Please stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. First, item B on our agenda is to approve the agenda. If there's no exceptions to what's presented to us, I'll entertain a motion.
So move to approve the agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the agenda as presented. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Agenda is hereby approved. There are no presentations this evening. I do not believe we have any public comments or inquiries unless either of our guests want to pontificate about the great New Year's of 2026. No? Okay. Item E, approval of the minutes. We had several minutes to catch up on. In there. Was there any, if there's not any changes to the minutes requested, then I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve the minutes listed in the agenda as written.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, approval of the minutes. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Minutes are approved. On the consent agenda this evening, we have approved payments and disbursements, designate official depositories of funds, designate authority to make EFT payments, appoint city attorney, appoint city engineer, designate data practice authority and compliance officer, approve pay equity report, accept donation of the fire department, designate official newspaper of record, approve purchase CIP project F-011 utility terrain vehicle 1 replacement, accept improvements and approve pay request number 8, final for the Stillwater Boulevard CSAW 14 trunk water main improvements, approve utility oversizing payment for Bridgewater Village, accept improvements and reduce security for Bridgewater Village. That's what we have in the consent agenda. At this point, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Support.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Consent agenda is hereby approved. Item number 1 on the regular agenda tonight is appointing the acting mayor. I think Councilmember Holtz has been previously acting mayor. If anybody else would like to put in their name, or if somebody would like to put in their name for acting mayor when the mayor's not here to carry out their duties, I'll take nominations.
I'll move to appoint Councilmember Holtz as acting mayor for 2026 to comply with and fulfill all duties enumerated in Minnesota Statute 412.121 relating to selection of an acting mayor.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to appoint Councilmember Holtz. Do you accept the nomination?
Sure.
Okay. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Councilmember Holtz is appointed as the acting mayor. Appoint school liaison. I'm just getting down here. Do we have somebody? I think I was the last school liaison. I don't remember really anybody contacting me for school liaison stuff.
Really?
Really. I think they still thought you were the school liaison, which is fine. Doesn't bother me. We have any nominations for appointing a school liaison for the 3 districts that lie within the city of Lake Elmo?
Do you still want it?
Not necessarily. I'd like to nominate Councilmember Dragisich as a school liaison, if he would so accept.
Well, I would think it'd be appropriate for someone who has children in school to be the school liaison.
Okay? So
So I think there's another Nick on the council.
I have a child, she's only 11 months old. We
Oh.
still got about 5 more years till she's in
Oh,
school.
you got potential, right?
Get it ready.
You are the intended audience for districts and wanting to recruit.
Well, with that, then I'll nominate Councilmember Hearn as the school liaison if he'll so accept the nomination.
Someone else planning to take cable commission?
I don't know. I don't think it's on here. Oh, that's on the next one. I'll do school liaison. That's fine with me if I don't really want to do cable commission either.
I'll stick with, I mean, well, I'm kind
Alright.
of getting ahead of it, but
Oh, I thought you were going to do some musical chairs here.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, where am I going? All right, so I guess I'll nominate, put my hat in the ring for school liaison. All those in favor of appointing Mayor Cadenhead to the school liaison, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
There you go. Cable Commission appointment. Did I hear you'd still be willing to
yeah.
do that? All
There's
those,
stuff coming up board,
Alright.
so.
all those in favor of appointing Councilmember Hearn to the Cable Commission?
Do we need a motion or? No?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, we do need a motion.
Motion to appoint Councilmember Hearn to the Cable Commission.
Support.
All right, all those in favor of appointing Councilmember Hearn to the Cable Commission, please signify by saying aye.
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 All right, duly noted. Appointments to the Lake Elmo Airport Advisory. I know this was previously done by Councilmember Holtz.
Motion to appoint Councilmember Craigness as the primary for the Lake Elmo Airport Advisory Committee,
Okay,
if he has the time, as I know that was the reason for being a backup last time, but
No, I should, yeah, it should be good.
Aye.
You can do that.
all right,
Support that.
all right. So that's a motion and a second. All those in favor of appointing Councilmember Craigness to be the Lake Elmo Airport Advisory Committee for Lake Elmo, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
now, in the past, they have asked to have a backup as well. The other entities don't, but I would then make a motion to have someone be a backup as well. It's not in our documents per se, but they have asked that we have a backup for when he may not be able to show up, so at least they have a quorum.
I'm happy to do that too, unless Nicole, I guess I don't know how that worked previously when you were doing it, Jeff, if
I think
Nicole was the backup.
Nick was the backup for
Nick was
me,
the backup.
because
think
I
it was
chair it
miswritten
right
in
now.
there.
Got it.
My 2 cents is it's not worth our
Administrators.
the administrator's time and labor to be there. She has skills that are far more valuable to be used
Yeah.
for the city, but that's my 2 cents.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, unless you want to be the backup since you have the,
No, I'm good to go. I would nominate Councilmember Hearn to be the backup for the Airport Advisory Committee.
I'll support that.
You cool with that?
yeah, absolutely.
Alright.
Yep.
All those in favor of having Councilmember Hearn as the backup to Councilmember Craigness on the Lake Elmo Airport Advisory Committee, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Item number 5, approve plans and specifications and order advertisement for bids for the 2026 street improvements. City Engineer Stanley presenting.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. All righty, so before you is an item, as you just mentioned, to approve plans and specifications for the 2026 street utility improvements, and also advertise for bids. So, let me who's this guy? So tonight, you've seen a lot of this information before, but I'm going to provide a recap of the project, including the schedule and proposed improvements, touch on current estimated costs, and then request that we approve and move forward. Pardon me, clicking the wrong button here. As you recall, we're proposing to reconstruct the Lake Elmo Heights neighborhood, which is on the west edge of town here. There's really, it's kind of broken into 3 areas just from an access perspective. There's 2 Lake Elmo Heights two Lake Elmo Heights sections, and then this Eagle Point Creek Estates, which is the dead-end cul-de-sac of Inwood Avenue. Okay. So today is January 6th, and we are before you asking for approval of plans and specifications. This project was initiated last June in 2025. We developed a feasibility report over the summer. It was presented to council this fall. What's not noted on here is some of the public engagement that's been done. We have held 2 meetings, one towards the tail end of developing the report and another in advance of the public improvement hearing this past October. Also not noted on the schedule is future engagement. We'll be planning to hold a public open house once we get a contractor on board and get some scheduling information this spring. Let folks know. We'll talk about it from more of a construction angle than the design angle that we've been sharing with everybody. So to recap the improvements, the streets are at a point where they need to be rebuilt. We can't do a mill and overlay. We need to do something more intensive. Through geotechnical analysis, we determined that the streets can actually be rehabilitated with a full depth reclaim, which is kind of less intensive than a full reconstruction, but it provides a full new street section for residents. This will also allow us to install concrete curb and gutter along the edges of the road, which they currently lack. Curb and gutter is a very important structural element of the roadway. As far as the grades and widths of the roadway, we're looking at matching more or less what's out there today, making minor improvements if we find flat spots or puddles, things like that. There is a policy of no parking in the ends of cul-de-sacs, which will be posted with this project at the tail end. We're looking at making some other repairs along with the street, that to the storm sewer system. We have some structures that are deficient in the area and some pipes that need to be cleaned out. There is public water main in the neighborhood that was installed roughly 20 years ago. We did do an inventory of the neighborhood with Public Works through the preliminary design process and determined that everything is more or less in good shape. We did anticipate potentially replacing some valves or hydrants if need be, but as 20 years is not even really midway through the service life of water main, so we're looking pretty good there. And this area does reside outside of the MUSA boundary, so no sanitary sewer improvements are proposed. So this doesn't provide a ton of detail. There will be final plans and specifications at City Hall once this is once we go out for bids. We didn't provide them in the council package as it's such a large file. It's a lot to go through, but they will be at the counter for examination purposes. But more or less, this is just kind of showing the streets to be rehabbed. Again, installing curb and gutter, making some minor drainage improvements. Here's the parking restrictions. We're not proposing to restrict any parking along the length of the roadway, just in the cul-de-sac ends. And here is kind of a breakdown of costs, looking at it from with the portion to be assessed. So Lake Elmo Heights is the larger section of neighborhood that's accessed off Inwood Avenue. Lake Elmo Heights, Insdale Avenue cul-de-sac is that section it's contiguous to the neighborhood, but not accessible from Inwood. You have to come in off Stillwater Boulevard. And then Eagle Point Creek Estates is that cul-de-sac that is the Inwood Avenue dead end. So these costs haven't changed since our last presentation. We have been monitoring, the preliminary estimate was very much in line with the final quantities, so the pricing didn't change at all in our estimate, and that's why the numbers are the same. This is a graphic to show properties to be assessed. This again remains unchanged from prior presentation. And so, that said, I ask that you approve a resolution approving the final plans and specifications for the 2026 street and utility improvements, and authorize advertisement for bid.
Any questions for the city engineer? All right. If no, then I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve Resolution 2026-007, approving the plans and specs and ordering the advertisement for bids for the 2026 street improvements.
Support.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion. Hearing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor of approving resolution number 2026-007, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, that concludes our regular agenda for this evening. Thank you, Mr. Stanley. Council reports. Councilmember Dragisich.
No report.
Councilmember Holtz.
Just for awareness, I've been contacted now a couple times by a couple different residents when the power goes out, with voicing frustrations, and I can't, obviously none of us individually represent the city. We had a lovely discussion on this, thanks to our attorney a couple weeks ago. We don't represent the city overall, but I just want to bring it up for awareness that it is a conversation amongst the community, whether it is statistically valid or not that Lake Elmo has more outages than others. I can't speak to that, but the impression is certainly there. I know the mayor had provided information a couple weeks, it's gotta be a month ago now,
At least a month.
when there was a substantial outage, and I plan on responding to say, I already responded to say, look, I understand the frustration. I would be very upset if I were in the same boat. But I'm not aware of any relationship or way that the city can say, XL, you need to do better at this, because that's not something we can do. But I'm making for awareness to say it is something we are aware of. I fully understand those concerns. And if anyone has any ideas for learning more, do we have more outages than others? If so, is there a reason why, and how can that be acted upon by others, such as by the Public Utility Commission or others? I am all ears, but I just wanted to bring that up for people's awareness.
Thank you. No report.
No report.
No report?
Staff reports.
No
Anything,
report.
Administrator? Nothing. Chief?
You'll be seeing some information out soon on our upcoming Sound the Alarm campaign, which is a smoke alarm check and installation program for residents. We've partnered with the American Red Cross. They're going to be providing the alarms, and we do the inspection and the install. So we'll be kind of rolling that out here when this winter. We'll have information coming out in the next Source newsletter, and stuff will be on our website as well. So.
Great.
Larissa?
Pardon me. I should mention that utility bills will have a bit of a change to them, or kind of quite a bit of change with the, because of the new software that we are implementing this week. Thank you very much again. We are going from the postcards to a full page utility bill with an insert. It'll just have more information on it, and then the utility billing payment system will change as well. We will be working in dual systems, so there's no hurry for people to change over. But there is the option to go paperless in the new system as well, so you can opt out of that paper bill. So more information in the new utility bill that comes out a little bit later this month. It'll be kind of 2 to 3 weeks late, so.
Thank you.
you're
Clarissa,
welcome.
for those people of, residents that sign up for automatic payment, is there any way just to migrate them over without having them go through the process again?
Unfortunately, there's not, and that is due to credit card rules.
Okay.
We can't see people's credit card information, or none of our vendors can see it, so it's all really locked down for good reason, obviously, so.
I really asked that question for the TV, for people
I
listening,
know.
to say, why do I have to do that? And I understood that was the answer,
I
but,
really wish we could.
Yeah.
I really wish we could for people. Yep. Thank you.
Mr. Stanley,
No report.
counsel.
No report.
All right. Well, that, let's see here, if there's anything of people might be interested in coming up. Go down to the bottom here. Oh, painful. So next week, we have a workshop in which we'll talk about obstructions in the right-of-way. We'll have a presentation on the broadband franchise presented by Michael Bradley. We'll also have the Parks Commission and the Planning Commission for a joint meeting. So with that, I'll adjourn this evening's meeting at 7:23. Thank you.